Alright, so this is going to be a video for getting the most optimal PvP stash you can get. So you start off with 15 primary weapons. In my case, it's the Venator, and 15 secondary weapons. It could be whatever you want. I use Bobcat, Stitcher, Toro. These are going to be the only things you're going to have crafted because these take up a lot of room. You need synthesized fuel and explosive compounds for this. And having those separated just takes up too much room, so you want to have these crafted. These are going to be the best grenade right now for PvP and PvE. Just it's really hard to farm for this, so people are still using pure grenades at the moment. These are going to be for snap hooks only, in my case here. So this is going to make 12 snap hooks. The reason I like this here is because I don't like safe pocketing my snap hook. I think it's just stupid to do that. You use it less. Use it much more often if it's in quick use, and if you have everything farmed, it doesn't matter. Advanced electrical components. Again, this is going to be for power rods. Power rods are going to be able to make snap hooks, and for Raider hatch keys. Advanced mechanical components are going to be for any blue guns you want to make. I make a lot of Venators and a lot of Renegades. Antiseptics. These are going to be crafted. You need to farm Great Mullen and chemicals to make this. Great Mullen is going to be found on Spaceport on the north side. And chemicals, you can get those from Seed Vault at Stella Montes. And those seeds that you get from Seed Vault, you can also buy chemicals. So these are really easy to craft here. Not hard at all. And these are going to be making Vita Spray, which is the best healing item in the game. And by doing this, this helps you save a lot more room by not having any fabric. You don't need any fabric at all if you're running this. Herbal bandages, you can get those off the people you kill, so those should never be in your stash, in my opinion. They're just too low of an item to put in here and take up so much room. Arc circuitry, these are going to be for power rods. Power rods are going to make snap hooks and medium shields. Heavy gun parts, this is going to be to upgrade your Toros, or whatever gun you're using. Light gun parts is going to be to upgrade your Stitchers and Bobcats or Berlettas. These are going to be for your blue guns that are, my case, it's going to be Venator and Renegade. Processors, this is going to be for trigger nades if you still use those, or for MK3s. MK3 Survival is what I'm using. Ropes, only use these on snap hooks. If you have to use them on zip lines, go ahead, but they are way too expensive for zip lines and way too hard to farm these. So they should only be used for snap hooks. This here is going to be for maybe like 15 to 20 snap hooks total. Sensors, these are going to be for Raider hatch keys if you use those. Ideally, you don't want to use them if you do run a lot of like Night Raid or other events. Batteries, I think you need more than this if you're going to be using jolt mines. I'm a medium shield user, so I need a lot of these as well. You run through these really quick if you have jolt mines every game. Canisters, you need a lot of these for smoke grenades, and maybe about 15 to 30 for Vita Spray. You run through those pretty quick. These are really easy to farm on Dam or on Stella Montes. Root explosives, you're going to need these if you're still making trigger nades, and you'll need these to make explosive compounds, which turn into trailblazers.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Duct tape, this is going to be used for grips and stocks. This is really hard to farm, so I like to have at least 2 to 3 slots for this. Electrical components, this is going to be for lure grenades, which are really good and underrated. Tactical MK2s, which is the second best augment in the game. and also for jolt mines. Magnets, these is going to be for crafting Venators and for tactical MK2s. Mechanical components, this is going to be for barricade kits, which are really good, super underrated. You can craft 3 of these a game for sure. Also for mod components, which turn into the best mods in the game, all your blue attachments. Also for upgrading Toros. Simple gun parts, this is going to be used to craft better gun parts, medium, light, heavy. Also to upgrade your Toros, your Stitchers, your Berettas. Steel springs, you want to have as many of these as you possibly can. I get a lot of these from advanced mechanical components. I actually recycle those and put those into steel springs. Assorted seeds, you want to have at least 3 to 500 at a time. The reason for that is you can, instead of holding a bunch of mats in the game, like I said earlier, metal, plastic, rubber, chemicals, you can just buy them off Celeste and use them right there and then. You don't want any mats in your stash. If you do, Scrappy holds the mats for you. He holds 50 mats each. If you decide a blueprint farm for your next wipe, you can hold all your blueprints for your next wipe. Even the stuff that's not meta, that could be the meta next season. So like Showstopper's not meta, Volcano is not meta, Bobcat is kind of meta, but they're definitely going to get buffed and they'll be meta next season. So anything that can possibly be the next meta or is the meta. Like for now, I have Vita Spray, my grips, Venator, MK3 Survivor. This one's only for heavy shields, which I'm kind of experimenting with. Snap hooks, all your stocks, the best choke, second best one in case I don't want to do that. The meta right now is Venator, Toro, Renegade, Stitcher, and Anvil. Those are the best guns in the game right now for solos and for trios. And then going to Celeste, the things you should be buying every day are the gun parts. And then you can recycle these into simple gun parts or craft your guns. You should be buying rope every day because that's the hardest item to find in the game. Duct tape because it's kind of annoying to farm this. Springs because you never have too many of these. You want to buy these. And then anything else is really kind of at your discretion or what you need at the time. But I don't recommend buying anything more than that. And then going to the gun shop, you want to buy all these guns every day and then recycle those into gun parts. I do buy these every day, but right now all my guns are fully upgraded. And then you go into grenades and gadgets, you buy the zip lines every day, and then you recycle them into rope to get 3 rope a day. And this is only if you're at like close to 5 million and if you have your expedition done. So this is like purely in game right here. So you really want to upgrade all your workstations first, upgrade your Scrappy, and do your expedition before you start anything like this. But once you do this and have this stash, the game becomes extremely easy. The best farms in the game right now are going to be Stella Montes, Assembly Workshop for money, processors, sensors, and every other item you can get. You could just get all these blue and pink items from here.
The expedition is how?
You recycle them or you sell them for money. And then you can come kill the Bastion right here with Trailblazer grenades. Bastion's going to have medium gun parts, and the Bastion's going to have advanced mechanical components. which recycle into springs. And then there's some stuff right here that you want to there's these little battery stations, I guess. You breach and search those for advanced mechanicals. And then seed vault. This is going to be for seeds and chemicals. You want to at least get like 500 to 600 seeds a day if you can. That can take me like 30 to 45 minutes. And that's only if you're in friendly lobbies. You want to die a couple times to get into friendly lobbies. Stella is the only real place you should be doing anything. Dam, if you have to do dam, you're going to go here. Second floor of research and administration. The building that's on the picture right there, you go on the second floor. And you're going to see duct tape there and rope. Stella Montes. Again, you're going to be able to get batteries and sensors here, seeds and chemicals. You can also get voltage converters for heavy shields if you want to run those. Here you can get sensors, you can get magnets, you can get voltage converters, processors, advanced mechanical components. All those weird items in the game, they're meant to be recycled or sold for money. This is the best farm in the game, period, right here. You literally probably only need this and seed vault. If you're farming anywhere else, you're really wasting your time and not playing the game correctly. Until they nerf Stella and the stuff you can get from there, you should only be roaming here. All these other maps are for PvP. I will never ever farm out any of these maps because they're a waste of time to farm compared to Stella. This is where you're going to find Mullen. You start here and work all your way down, and then you use a hatch key to leave. Or you can just farm 15 of them with a naked loadout and surrender. And that's Spaceport Northside right there. That's pretty much the end of the video. I'll make another one of these next season. Yeah, that was solid. No, super solid. Actually, I want to go over one more thing. The reason you don't want any metal, rubber, or the reason you don't want any metal, rubber, or plastic is because you can buy all that shit in the store. You can buy all this. You can buy all this stuff and this stuff at any time. You never want to have any of this in your stash. You can buy your shield rechargers and your stems every game. You can even buy some of these to run with your Vita spray. So you pop one of these and then do your Vita spray if you want. But I'm sure a lot of people know that already.